Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be discussing about TIBCO Spotify. There is one video where I have discussed about introduction of TIBCO Spotify. TIBCO Spotify is a data visualization tool which helps us to visualize data. There are many data visualization tools in the market like Tableau, like TIBCO Spotify, Power BI, ClickView, ClickSense, and there are many more. You have to decide, you have to check which tool is better for you and using which tool or technology you can get job easily. There are many tools in the market which can be easily learned and you should always go with multiple tools to stay relevant in the market. So today we'll be discussing about TIBCO Spotify. Recently I have posted one video about introduction which you can just check it out. So under TIBCO Spotify, we'll be loading data and then we will be checking that how we can join the data, how we can do the calculations, how we can create reports or dashboards. So this is TIBCO Spotify, and under this you have to load data. How do you load the data? You have to just you have multiple options recommended. If you have recently opened any of the data sources here, then you have connect to, you have multiple sources available here which can be connected, and then you have browse local file. If you want to connect to any local files, you can just check it out, and you have other options under which you have ODBC, OLEDB, all those connections. You have option of pasting your data from clipboard, which means anything you have copied in your controls, you can paste it here. So we'll go back and just connect to any of the Excel files, CSVs, so which we have. So I have this file called orders, and I have something called returns, and I have sales and marketing. So first I'll load orders. So I'll say okay, open. So this way it will show me that this is how your data looks like, and it will show me the data, the columns, the rows, everything, the data types, and it will give me an option to select, unselect the columns. Means if you don't want to load any unrequired columns, any unwanted columns, then you can just uncheck them. So what will happen, those columns will not be included in your data load, and you can avoid those unwanted columns. Now what we'll do, let's say I don't want to load row ID, I'll just uncheck this and I can load all the data as it is. Say okay. So this a checkbox option you will get only if you're loading Excel, CSVs and text files like that. If you're loading database connections, and there also you have an option, but that is a different way of unchecking and checking the columns. So this way this data is loaded as orders.csv. I don't want to name it as orders, I want to name it as orders. I'll say data. So this way what will happen, this table will be shown as orders data. I'll just say okay, and once I click on okay, it will be loaded in my Spotify Analyst. So the platform we are having here, it is called Spotify Analyst. So this data is loaded. How many records are there? You can check it out here. 9,426 records which are loaded here. 23 columns are loaded. I was having 24 columns, but one column is unselected. Okay, so unchecked there, which you saw. Because of that, I got only 23 columns. So this way we can avoid unwanted data to be loaded in Spotify in your reporting. That's one of the best way to do your dashboarding, your analysis. Don't load unwanted information. So now we have got data. We have three options here: start from data, start from visualizations, or explore by searching. So let's say I want to see data first. Let me just check it out, that how the data looks like. I can see the rows, columns and everything, which I can see it here. I want to see from visualizations. I can just click on that. I will see all the visualizations here, all the different types of visualizations, charts which are available here. You can see and check it out. Table, cross table, graphical table, text area, bar chart, waterfall chart, line chart, and so on. There are very wonderful visualizations out there. You can check it out. Please check it out and analyze them, check them, and they are going to help you a lot in your day-to-day reporting and analysis. So let's say I'll start with the table. So that way it will give me a table visualization which will show me all the data whatever I have loaded in the form of a table, which means rows and columns. So these are the columns which I have, and these are the rows which I have, all the data. I can just check it out, and here I have this filters, which means all the columns will be shown as filters, so that I can just check it out what all the values are there. I can easily analyze that way. That is another one option. I can filter the data if I wish to. Then I can just filter the data. Here you have all the filters, and you can just change these filter types and all. You can make it to list box, drop down, not drop down, you have list box, check box, radio buttons, and so on. Drop downs are there, but that is another option where we can bring up the drop downs. We call it a document properties and so on. There are a lot of advanced stuff out there which you have to learn in some time. So this way, now what we're going to do, we are going to just check it out, how the visualizations are there and how those are created. Before this, I would like to take you to the data canvas screen. Data canvas is the one of the most important part of your dashboarding. Here what you will be doing is you will be just checking out that what all data is there, from where it is coming, so you can just check it out, all these informations and everything. And then let's say you want to join, you want to do the data wrangling, data blending with multiple tables, multiple conditions, all those stuff. Like if you want to do it, you can do it. Okay, so let's say I want to load this orders data. Now I have to load some extra information or extra tables, table 1, 2, 3 up to 10, 20, whatever number of tables you want to load. You can do all that here. So if you see this plus icon, which it allows me to do three options. So one is add rows, which is nothing but the union of the data, add columns, which is nothing but the join of data, add transformations, which is nothing but I can do lot of transformations on my data. So if I just say add rows, it means I will be adding a new table through which I will have a union. I will combine the table, I will append the two tables together. If some data is residing in different tables, table 2, 3, 4 and so on, I can use add columns. Then I have add transformations. Under add transformations, you can just check it out, all these options are there. Calculate and replace column, yes, you can replace the existing columns with the calculations or your formulas. You can create new columns, you can change column names, change data types, exclude columns, filter rows, normalization, pivot, replace specific values, replace values, and pivot. There are so many things here. So I'll just quickly show you one example where I can just load the join. I can create a join. So here I have data. So I realize that I need some information from a second table. So I'll just say, and I'll connect to my second table, obviously. So I'll say browse local file. It can be local file, it can be a database table, it can be any source. So it can be any of the sources. It doesn't matter that one table is Excel, I need to load the another table also Excel. No, it's not the case. I can join multiple sources together. So here I have this returns table. I'll just load that. In returns table, if you see, I have order ID and status, two columns, which means order ID will be my matching column based on which I will be creating a join, and status is the column which I want in my data. So I'll say okay. And this is the settings for edit columns. Here you define the matching columns, the joins, the condition, what kind of join you want to create, left outer, right outer, full outer, inner, whatever kind of join you want to do, and what all columns you want to bring up. Right now we have only two columns. It means obviously we are left with only one column to be added. But if we had 20 columns, 30 columns kind of thing, tables, and out of 20 columns we just want to load 5 columns, so that way you might have done the VLOOKUPs and all that in your Excels and all that same way. So we want a like particular number of columns from the table 2 or table 3 and so on. So that also we can do it here. So order ID is matched by itself because the names are same. If the names are different, you can do it manually. So how will you do that manually? I'll just remove this join. I'll say add match. I know that one of the column is having order ID, or I can search it here also, but I know I have order ID column. I'll just select this. I will select the second table or same column and say add. So this way matching is created. You can check it out. The color meanings are written over here. This is original data, this is matched data, and this is new data. Then next option is to select the columns which you want to load. So I want to load status column, and then define the join conditions. So what kind of join you want to create? So since we want our main data to be as it is, so we will use left outer join, and descriptions is written over here, so you can just check it out that what all is the meaning of every kind of join if you are not aware about the joins and join types. Left single match, full outer, inner join, right outer, right single match. So these are different types of joins which are available here. Okay, and here it is giving an example also that if you have table 1, table 2, then what kind of output you will get. So this is very important to those people who are new to Spotfire and they want to learn it. So make sure that you follow all these steps properly. Say okay, and if you want to transform the data here itself, you can do it, but I don't want to transform data right now. I can do it later if I want. Okay, if there is requirement. So if you see here that data is loaded, I will get an extra column which is called status in my main data, and this is how like I will create the calculations. Now if you see that I have two tables here, table 1 and table 2, it is combined together. It tells me that this is a added column, so which is nothing but a join. If I have a union, then it will be showing a different option, add rows, added rows. So this way the whole blueprint or the canvas is created, which tells you that what all is happening, what all is done in this particular dashboard or report or analysis. Now let's go back to our analysis, and here we will be getting that extra column. So here you can just check it out. So here we have this extra column which is called returns and empty, but I'm getting empty records values because the order IDs which are not matched with the table 1 will be shown with as empty. Okay, so there are status will be shown as empty. Now what will happen, like empty will not look good. Okay, let's say if I create a bar chart or something, I created a bar chart and I'll color it by, let's say, status. I can search it here. Here you can see that how easy to create visualizations and everything. It's really very easy and easy to work on. It's all up to you that how you can utilize the skills, your skills and the capabilities of Spotify. It's one of the most advanced and most capable software in the market as of now. There are many others, but this is one of the most advanced. So here you see that like you have written an empty. You need to remove empty to something else. Let's say return and not return. So empty should be named as not return. What I'll do, I'll go to my data. Okay, data and analysis. So I'll just click on the second icon here. So data. Here I'll have status column, which I can search it here. If you want, I can search here. Okay, so you have all these options. You can search your column status. If you click on that, you will go to the descriptions of this particular data column. Okay, you can create the visualizations, that is like recommended visualizations. I'll click on this gear icon, and that way I can move into the settings of this particular column. And here you will see that here if you come down, you will see that there are empty values in this. So there are 9,328 empty values, which means 9,328 order IDs did not match with the second table which we have just loaded. So this means that those orders were not returned. Okay, it means only a very small fraction of my orders were returned. So what I'll do, I'll just say specific value immediately before or immediately following value. I'll say specific value, and I can mention it here, not return. Not written. So this way, if you see that I have changed it to not written, I'll just press enter, and here I am. So as soon as I clicked on enter, pressed enter, and I got my value changed to not written. Yeah, color get changed automatically because it has to define a color for that, which you can change if you wish. You can change it to anything else. Okay, and return, you want to make it as red one, you can change it like this, and you want to make this. Okay, so you want these things reverse sort by value and reverse bar segment order. So all these things you can do. Just here you see the red one is very small. Okay, so this way these are the only orders which were returned. So there are 19 orders which were returned under critical, or let's say I'll make it as by region, then you can easily get that. So here you are. So this way, like you can just check it out how many orders were returned under every region. So this is just a small thing like for you just to understand the data. Then there are a lot of things, calculations and all that. So we'll be having many calculations. We have all these properties and everything. So this way what will happen, we can utilize all these things, and here you can just create any of these charts. You have waterfall chart, you have this pie chart, you have this scatter plot, you have these like tree map charts, heat map, parallel coordinate plot, another very important analysis which you can perform using parallel coordinate plot. Very less people know about this. They don't spend much time on working on these kind of advanced visualizations. and then we have a lot many other stuff which we can discuss in coming sessions. Okay, so this way, like, you can learn something new, you can start exploring new stuff into the data analytics, into data visualization, and you can learn a lot. You can spend your time on these kind of learnings and excel in your jobs, and you can be ready for the market. So that's all from my side. If you have any questions, you can just post your comments here, and please like and share these videos with your peers, your colleagues, so that they can also learn something new. Thank you very much.